This segment of Open Up is brought to you in part by Abeta Weed, the locally owned company that has everything you need for lush, weed-free gardens and lawns, from the smallest backyards to the property of the biggest businesses, and with top quality equipment and products better than the big chains, and they service what they sell. Located on Rosedale Highway, just east of Callaway, across from the promenade. Be loyal, buy local, abetaweed.com.
And welcome back to Open Up. A big thank you to our friends over at Abeta Weed. Before we go on, I'd like to thank our dear friends Chuck and Wendy Noss at Nature's Food Market and Juice Bar. They have provided the best for us to drink. They are committed to our health. They're at 2000 H Street, right across from the Fox Theater. So thank you very much, Chuck and Wendy. Welcome, dear Kaylin Simonson.
Thank you very much for having me.
She's back again.
I am back.
This is Miss Orange County 2015.
Yes.
Okay, you're here to talk with us today, and you're promoting the Miss California pageant.
Yes, the Miss California pageant, as well as just basics, maybe, talk about some misconceptions about the Miss America organization.
Ooh, if you've got it all, tell it. Tell it.
I will.
Okay, so when and why did you first get involved with the Miss America organization?
Oh my gosh. So I have a unique story. I actually started when I was 17. So the age of eligibility for the Miss America organization is 17 and a senior in high school through the age of 24. So now I'm 24. This is my last year of eligibility, which is crazy. It's been a long journey, but I started when I was 17. I was a senior at Centennial High School. I was a valedictorian of my high school, so I was extremely involved in academics. And then I also participated in Bakersfield Music Theater and loved musical theater. So I loved singing. And then I found a flyer for the Miss Kern County pageant that talked about scholarship and talked about the opportunity to perform my talent. And so I was just like, wow, I could probably do this. Turns out I actually cried throughout my entire 10-minute interview with the private interview with the judges. But somehow I was first runner-up at that pageant and became addicted. So I competed again 2 years later, won Miss Kern County, and that was my first year competing for Miss California. So since then I've competed. This will be my 5th year competing.
Really? You won Miss Kern County?
Yes, in 2011.
Oh, and so here you are today going forward to the Miss California pageant.
Yes, going to Miss California again for the 5th time.
What are you looking forward to?
I think, like every year, you have different things that you're prepared for. This year, I feel like I've prepared so much for the job of Miss California that I'm actually just so excited. I feel like I'm not even nervous because at this point, there's so much I've been able to do.
Yes.
And I've kind of checked off every single thing on that bucket list that I've had with this organization. So I'm just really looking forward to the time there, spending it with all the contestants and just letting it be my last time.
Tell us a little more about the pageant.
So the pageant, we have the different phases of competition.
Yes.
So we have private interview that I talked about, which is at a podium, press conference style interview, 10 minutes with a panel of judges, usually about 5 to 7 judges. And that's 25% of the overall score. And then we have onstage question, 5%. We have physical fitness in a swimsuit, 15%. Evening gown, 25%. And then talent is 35%.
Now, you said you will be terming out this year. Is that correct? Or
yes,
after
so
this
I'm
pageant?
aging out this year.
Aging,
so
not
it's crazy to say in this organization that you're actually too old when you're 24 to be competing. But yeah, so this will be my last year.
So what are your thoughts and plans after this then?
I think it'll be nice to actually just move forward with the skills that I've gained with this organization. My plan is to hopefully go to grad school to become a nurse for a neonatal intensive care unit. So become a nurse practitioner. So I think utilizing the scholarship first and foremost that I've gained with this organization is great. And then also just utilizing those interview skills to eventually get a job.
Yeah. Now, will you be at some point helping other young women to get involved?
Oh, yes. I actually really have a passion for the teen program. So the Miss America organization has a sister program, younger sister program called the Miss America's Outstanding Teen Program. So contestants for that can compete 13 through 17. And I didn't actually participate because I was 17, like I said, when I started competing. But I feel like I could have benefited so much from a teen program. So I'm actually really excited to give back to that.
So, and how does one actually prepare for this?
Yes, so preparing for it is interesting because I feel like what I do in my daily life actually prepares me for the pageant. It's kind of just a little bit, maybe you have a little bit more energy put into it. So I like to prepare for fitness. I like to eat healthy, go to the gym as much as I can, be as active as I possibly can. So I just kind of maintain that and make sure I'm actually holding myself accountable when you're preparing for swimsuit. Another big thing is to prepare for the job. So after you win Miss California, you don't just win a crown and you don't just win a sash and money for scholarships. You win a job for the entire year. So it's a year of service that you get to give back to the state of California. So preparing for that is really important. And that's why I've been so active as Miss Orange County. I've been able to travel the entire state of California speaking to colleges about Miss California, participating in the program, and then also about my platform.
Wow, I suppose you do have the support of your family. How is that when when a young person has a family, siblings, and how does that work?
Well, my brother, he was an opera major at UC Irvine. Now he's a music major. And so my parents have just really been supportive of us performing on stage for a long time. And so while I'm not necessarily in musical theater, I'm still on stage, I'm still performing. And so my mom definitely has been so supportive. She's been amazing because she's actually been my traveling companion. This year so far as Miss Orange County, she's gone to every single sorority that I've been able to talk to. And it's been 12 or 13. As far north as University of Pacific, as far south as UC San Diego. So she's been there the entire time, which is great. So I love that support system.
I was going to say, it's good to have her along. Would you say she is your best friend, or do you have a real best friend?
Oh my gosh, I have. Well, she's definitely someone that I spend most of my time with, and is someone I would go to first for advice. But I have so many friends that I've actually made through the Miss California organization. Even Ismar, who was just on the segment before this, she's one of my best friends. And so it's great because the Miss California organization puts these girls together, same age. They're all out, all throughout the entire state of California, but they all have the similar interests, which is service, scholarship, and performing. So it's great to actually been able to meet tons of people and get to know them as well.
And keep those lasting relationships.
Oh my gosh, yes. Actually, this weekend we have a trip. A few of us have the same birthday. Isamar's birthday is the day after mine, and one of my other good friends has the same birthday. So we're all planning a birthday trip.
Is that this month?
This weekend. We're leaving tomorrow.
Well, happy birthday! Woo! We didn't know that. All the bells and the balloons and things.
Yeah, it's the beginning of June. June 5th is my birthday, but we're celebrating early. So.
Okay, excellent. Tell us, because young girls are out there listening and they might want to get involved. What's the difference between the Miss America organization and the Miss USA or Miss Universe?
Yeah, well, there are actually a lot of other different organizations as well. The Miss America organization was one of the first pageant organizations. It's a nonprofit organization and gives out scholarships. Okay. So to win, once you win Miss California or Miss America, you win a scholarship, which is great. I've won over $12,000, and if I win Miss California, I will double my money that night because Miss California wins $12,000, which is amazing.
Excellent.
And it's the largest scholarship provider for young women ages 17 through 24 in the entire country, and last year made available over $45 million in scholarship. So that is one of the main differences. Also, we have a talent portion, and some other pageants don't. Some other pageant systems have different, maybe they have casual wear or different other competitions, but that's one of the main differences, I would say, is that, and then also the emphasis on service. So every single contestant is required to have their own individual service project that they get to promote throughout the entire year. Miss America is nationally partnered with the Children's Miracle Network and also really promotes STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math for young women.
Yes. So, that sounds like a total package.
Yeah. I've been participating for 5 years, so I absolutely love the organization.
Right. And, just what you have from 17 to almost aging out, it has provided so much for you.
So much.
Yes. And did in the way of beauty, now, because it's not all about beauty, but did it help? Did you learn anything? Were you able to gain any, like me, I don't know how to put on makeup.
In terms of, beauty skills, definitely.
Yes, beauty skills.
I had hair, like really, really long hair, just flat as possible. So I guess I've been able to poof it up a little bit since then. It has, taken a few years practice and experience. And then I think spray tan, that's one of the other things that I've learned the most. Healthy glow. You want a healthy, natural glow. No tanning beds. Spray tan is the way to go. So those are the two secrets that I've learned definitely the most through the organization.
Excellent. What would be your last word before we go to a break.
Well, I would just like to say a little bit more about the pageant. So it's going to be June 27th, and it's in Fresno, but it'll actually be live webcasted. So check out misscalifornia.org for the link because you can watch it online. And then also follow the week of the pageant at missca.org that's on Instagram and Twitter.
Okay, wonderful. And we see it on the screen here to contact Kaylin or follow her, Kaylin Simonson, misscalifornia.org or at missca.org. I made that same mistake last time you were on misscalifornia.org, but it's missca.org, yes. missca.org. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yes, we're going to break, and when we come back, another segment with Isamar Olagues.